Alrighty guys, I'm standing here with the young Orcaman, the love monster, Noa James.
What's good? What's good? Good.
How does it feel to look around and see all of these people coming out to support the majestic travels of Orcaman and Ogie?
There's always love. This is always it's always abundance. This is always rejuvenation. This is always energy I get to keep and transfer later for this road, for this Orcaman road, from shows to tours to more interviews. So this is like, I get to gather up.
Right, and you're in your home right now.
Yeah,
you're in the IE.
Yep.
Orcaman and Ogie.
Yes.
So who is Ogie? That Ogie is considered Nug
Life,
right?
That's his AKA OG. He actually got a Instagram for his hat for OG.
Oh, nice.
And it's just this traveling OG Nug.
Hey.
That's what Nug life is. Like Nug,
yes.
Nug lived in the Bay, lived in Diego, lived in Rancho Cucamonga, lived in LA. He's native.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? He's a vagabond. He be out here, and he smokes hella weed.
Hella nugs.
Hella nugs.
You know what? I recently went to one of your exclusive listening parties a couple days ago, and you mentioned that you and Nug Life would literally be in the studio every Wednesday for was it 2 months?
About 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
Wow.
Every Wednesday, I go to a spot, be chilling, talking for like 2-3 hours before we even get into the music.
See, you gotta have a connection with someone like that.
You gotta build friendships.
Yeah, you gotta build friendships.
You gotta build real friendships. Yeah.
I know that you guys have been working with each other for a while.
Yeah.
You guys definitely have a very prodigious collection of music together.
Thank you.
But what makes this album different that you guys did?
I don't know. You know what? Definitely for me, like my sound had definitely elevated, and I tried new sounds together. Like you could say Berserk and Juggernaut. One is like a UK trap beat, and one is like your Noa James trap beat.
Right.
And I put them next to each other just to see like what that sound like what was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
How would that people listen to it? What like just testing out, like this was like really testing new sounds, new placements of tracks. Nug Life ended the beat with like a quick little beat production, flipped the beat a little bit. So it was really like, let's try something new, man. Let's try something different. From the sound of it, the message will always be love, my life, my stories, people in my life. All that always be my content, just elevating. It'll all be that message, but just on different levels or different times in my life or what's going on in my life. But the sound will always be like, let's try something, man.
I love that, and you can obviously tell like the album is phenomenal. I listened to it, but touching back on this album kind of being like an open book for you, I know that you talk a lot about past experiences, good and bad. What does that do for you when you write your music and you make it into a song? Is it therapeutic? Is it giving you closure?
Yeah, that's healing.
Yeah.
Like this is healing. I only make music to heal. Like no if I'm good enough to make money off of it, cool. And that was like my whole thought of it. I'm making music to heal, and if I get good enough to make a living out of it, so be it.
That's a beautiful thing. See, I wish there was more people like you that make music just for the love of it, There's so many rappers, there's so many artists out here that are doing it all for the wrong reasons. They fall off because, people aren't, Yeah,
it's finding your time. Like I didn't start, my music wasn't as loving in the beginning. It had some little bit of light, but say like my music, my first 5 years was dark. And it's like what you hear now, but just imagine dark ass shit. Like I'm getting out all the muck out. Like, and my homie said, and I go like, damn, I'm putting out so much grimy shit. And he like, you have to get that out, or you probably act on it.
Right.
So like my album from Beautiful Darkness, Sounds of a Monster, and Blanca Mode, these was all projects that had vicious tracks. Like I had tracks talking about my grandfather died, so I had a track. I went up to heaven and killed angels and battled God for my grandfather. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it hit that darkness was my soul at that time.
Right.
And I just had to, 5 years later after that, me finding self-love, me finding myself, understanding my truth. You get Orcaman, you get what you get now.
The big love monster that you are.
Man, yeah, this is a journey.
Yeah, for sure. With your music, you know what you touched on, it was dark and now you're bringing it into light, because you're definitely someone that is promoting self-love and growth all the time. It's very inspiring. But where would you feel like in your career you felt comfortable with being able to preach this kind of stuff, because you know you were living it?
I had to live it. That's it. I just had to truly live it. It's like I couldn't make a love song until I really knew it. Like really, like that's just how my mind works. Like I have to go through it so I can have the conviction.
Right.
You know, so I can really truly. That's why I perform good, because it's really me. It's not fabricated. It's not. I don't have to think about it. People out on stage rapping their lies. You have to think about your lie, and it's not true.
Yeah.
So your performance is gonna suck.
Yeah, that's very
It's like
true.
you're going through all these other emotions just to keep this up. Where I'm like, sure, I'm on stage maybe with a couple shroom tops, lit,
right,
spilling my heart out. I might cry on stage. That's how truthful it is, and I think it's just being that honest or that vulnerable, and it just. I don't know how to I went through it, and it's my life. Like that's the only thing I'm gonna rap about is my life. So yeah, it's crazy.
Like you said, it's true. You
know? Yeah.
But thank you, Noah, for continuing to inspire
Blessings.
and blessing our community with your amazing gems. Every time I talk to you, you're always giving good gems, good life advice, and also good, amazing, phenomenal music.
Thank you.
You're watching The China Show. Do you have your tags that you want to drop, and where can we find this album?
You can find this album on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Google. Check me out at Noa James everywhere, NoaJames. On Instagram is NOA_JAMES, or hashtag Orca Pod Life. You find me.
You got a lot of social media.
Hey man, and the hashtag is easy. Shout out to Peter. I got Orca Life. That's mine, baby. That's it. Yeah,
Thank you.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Woo.
That was great.
I didn't cough not once.
Hey.
Almost did. I did. Lisa said you gon'. I was like, alright. I'm gonna be careful.
I was back there choking, tearing my eyes.